Hi, this is Slade from RedTrack, and today we'll talk about reports. That's basically the source of the data and how you leverage the results of tracking and attribution, and how you decide what to automate and to how to scale your return on investment and just make get better results. So, thank you for our user to kindly allow to show his last 7 days of data. Uh, to make those demonstration of RedTrack reporting meaningful with some key results everybody wants to see, like clicks, number of people getting to website, add to carts, purchase revenues, and other numbers. We'll do this video in three parts. One, high-level view of reporting tools. Second part, a bit in-depth review of each of the reporting solutions we provide our users with. And third part, some changes and customizations for each of the solutions you can make. So let's start, and without further ado, we have following tools. And I'll move to the left to the navigation bars. The dashboard, probably the best way to use it for the trends across the KPIs you want to see, like instead of add to cart, you can have something else. Acquisition dashboard, that's where your traffic is coming from and how it converts to your results. Consider this a mix between Google Analytics dashboard and Facebook Ads dashboard. Then we have conversion path. That's how we look into multi-touch cross-campaign attribution for those users who are using multiple channels and who do have multiple touch points of the customer across those channels before they make a, let's say, purchase decision. Then the next report would be with clip report tool. That's the consolidation of all the other tools we'll cover. But then we have campaign reports. That's where you can jump deep into the reports from specific channels like Facebook or Google and see some granular performance results. And website, same data, again in depth, but across all channels that drive traffic to the website. And that's it. Now let's review those reports in greater details. So dashboard. In here you can see the trend lines that you can narrow down to a specific campaign, RedTrack campaign, that's like in cancellation of traffic, or website, or your channel ad network. And then you can decide what KPIs you want to see here in the trend lines. It's limited to 4, so there is 4 sets of data points, but you can freely change them on the fly. Like, for example, we'll do initiate checkout. And then if you want to see some costs in this dashboard, you have this funnel and you have it here. So that's for the dashboard. Acquisition, it's still in beta because we're adding comparison feature into here, is that it allows you to see a high level of view of all the channels that are bringing you the traffic, and some of those are defined from your UTMs or tracking providers. Some of those, like organic search, are defined by RedTrack, or social is defined by RedTrack. So, and if you want to jump into some granular details, you can do it from here to campaigns and then to ad groups. And you'll see, okay, this is the ad group from this campaign, and this is how many clicks it gave you, or so these are the results. Nice. And here costs are always on, always up to date, updated close to real time with the frequency set up in your account. Next would be conversion path dashboards. So the high level, it shows you the web property, the granularity level, the conversion event, the period we look for those purchases, and the lookback period, like how long in the past we look for those multi-touch attribution with the RedTrack. So this is the high-level review of course, like with all the other reports, you can go slightly deeper. For example, for the RT campaign plus RT ad level of data, and basically RT campaign, RT ad is our way to use UTMs, but on the backend, where we consolidate data across Google, Facebook, and all your other channels. So let's see now for 30 days. This gives us slightly more insight. So we see Facebook, blue one is Facebook, green one is Google, Gray one is something we don't yet have a color code for, or unattributed traffic. So we see Facebook number 1, Google number 2, then we have Google search as we identified with our tracking scripts, number 3, and so on and so forth. And if you go to different depths of look back period, like 90 days, the data will change slightly and you'll see a different results. So use this as an insight to see how your users interact with your campaigns over a bigger period of time. And of course, you can see the other paths with multiple touch points that lead to the conversion results. So that concludes the conversion path report, and honestly, there is not much into settings, so we won't get back to it later. And then next one will be campaigns. Campaigns are high level, showing you, for example, all the unattributed traffic, Google campaigns, Facebook campaigns. And of course, for each of the channels, you can go into the details of the specific campaign. Like go into reports, you can do from this icon, or you can pick up this, click and select report button. We go into reports. I have preset some reports. So now we have campaign names, ad set names, ad names, and placements from Facebook, consolidated across all Facebook campaigns, and you can jump into details and you can see which of the channels drive the best traffic. Of course, there are 5 drill downs. You can pick up any other additional data points from the ones we collect from UTMs, ones we consolidate from UTMs, or the data points that we collect ourselves. So last but not least is that we also have website reports. I did slightly different granularity in here just to show the ways you can analyze the data for your website performance. So again, we go into reports, either checking the button, clicking the report control, or just using this inline icon. And in here we did the RT source and then RT campaign, then country, just to show you that which of the sources, like Instagram shopping, or and that's coming from the UTM, and this is coming from retro captured itself. You see this letter D. So all the details, so you can see where the clicks are coming from, where you actually spend costs, how these are working, and if you need to run ads in any of the places. So we'll stop here for a moment, and you can see that clicks are coming and conversions, but they're coming from Facebook, Google, all the other channels. What RedTrack allows you to do is then send all that purchase data back to Facebook, for example, to power it with additional payload and conversion data for machine learning, so that Facebook can find you customers better. So how we do that? You use RedTrack conversion API. We call it maximize signals because with RedTrack, each channel you connect on your website level in here would mean that we'll send all conversions that happened back to Facebook. Not only Facebook conversions, but Google conversions, organic search conversions, referral conversions, etc. And should for any reasons you want to also use Facebook offline conversions, you can also do it here. Now, we just reviewed all the reports. Let's see how you can customize them. 2 things you can do. You can change the columns you see on the screen, and for acquisition dashboard, you can also change the number and the order of tabs you can see on the screen. So we use acquisition dashboard as an example for both columns and tabs, and then we'll use campaigns as an example for templates. So I have here artist sources, campaigns, ad groups. I want also to see ads here. Good. So what I do is I go to this cog icon and I add a first tab, which will be ads. Now we'll be able to see consolidate across all channels. Yeah, and I messed it up. Sorry. Now we need to reload. We'll see what happens here. Go to last week so we can have the same consistency of the data. So now we have Facebook that gets us down to specific Facebook campaigns. Specific Facebook campaigns get us to a specific Facebook ad group, and specific Facebook ad group gets us to specific ads from those ad groups. To allow you to see how all this works. And now what I also want to see is, okay, I have purchase revenue, I have number of purchases, I don't want to do the math, so what is the average order value for the purchase? I go to columns, purchase average order value, boom, and drag it down to where I want to see it, in here. Save and apply. And now I can see per average order value. Last thing, and same column setup can be applied to your list of campaigns, or a list of channels, or list of websites, or list of brands if you run multiple brands from the same RedTrack account, and also inside the reports. Let's go into those same Facebook reports. So here are those columns. How do you set up the report? We have the last week. Now we set up the data points. We can use consolidated RedTrack, RT campaign, RT keyword, etc. Or we can use Facebook tracking parameters. Let's do Facebook tracking parameters. Campaign name, ad set name, ad name, and placement. As you can see, when I refresh the screen after adding the tab, or same will happen when we enter account next time, those setup was lost. I don't want to reset up this all the time. I want to check those reports frequently. So what I do is I go to template management, I give this report a name, and I save it. Now next time I go inside the reports, I can just pick it up from the template here and start using without setting it up from scratch. So that's it. We covered the RedTrack reporting tools, dashboards, acquisition dashboard, conversion path reports, list of campaigns, websites, reports for campaigns and websites, and setting up columns and saving report templates. Another useful feature, if you run multiple ad accounts, different time zones, you can change the time zone on the fly. By default, it will default to your account time zone. And what we add into acquisition dashboard is why it's still in beta, and we're having campaigns here. Let me show it to you. Is variance reporting. That's where we can compare the results of your channels across periods of time. For example, last week versus this week. I know it's not a complete comparison, but just show how it works. So, of course, last week was 7 days, this week is just 2 days, but you can see the results on the screen, and you can use that to expand on the trend lines you are seeing on the dashboard. So, I hope I managed to overview all the RedTrack reporting tools in just 15 minutes. Thank you for your attention. This is Light from RedTrack, and we were talking about RedTrack reporting solutions using the account and data kindly provided by one of our users. So all those data points are meaningful, and hopefully now you would know better how to leverage the data you get with your RedTrack account. Thank you.